This is the tale of how I built 4C, a giant 4C, with a mystery inside. And it all started one Friday night. Yeah, I spend Friday nights sitting at home watching Minecraft streams. What of it? This particular tale takes place in the beginning of 2025. I was wandering around Twitch looking for something to watch, and there he was. 4C, the Minecraft YouTuber, was doing a subathon, and with the help of another Minecrafter, Lagundo, they had created an SMP for us to join. I have a plan, I announced. I have a plan. Some of you may be familiar with one of my previous capers, where I joined Jack Buzz's SMP and planted 100,000 carrots without him knowing.
What the
So the question was, what was I going to do for 4C? I've already done 100,000 carrots. 100,000 potatoes? No, that's silly. It needs to be something different. And so I'm going to build C4 a giant head and put a surprise inside. And since this SMP is shutting down when his subathon is shutting down, I have 50 hours to pull this off. Can I do this without 4C finding out and in 50 hours? Okay, we got lots to do and not a lot of time to do it. So let's get to work. Of course, the first thing we're going to need is wood. Let's get some trees and some more trees. We're going to need some tools. And I'm going to need some stone. While collecting the necessary tools, I spent a little bit of time looking around for the perfect place for our building and decided on the mesa biome. This would actually turn out to be a really bad idea. But more on that later. Or how about right now? Oh God, no, not again. What's that sound? Oh my God, evil seagulls, bad seagulls. No, 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 go away. Go away. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No, leave me alone. We're gonna build a storage area right here. Put down some chests. Why aren't those touching? Oh my God. Put everything important in here. And then we're going to plant some dirt with some trees. That way we've got plenty of wood supplies for what we're building. And while we're at it, let's put down some crops. That way we've got plenty of food supply. Because on this SMP, most of the animals are already dead because everybody killed them. This is why we can't have nice things. Tomorrow, we start mining. The next morning, it was time to go and do a little bit of exploring of the server. See what everyone else is building. Wow, people have been busy on this server. But also, see if I can find myself some coal. Because apparently the mesa biome has none whatsoever. Go for a little bit of a road down the river. Finally, I found some coal. Grab ourselves a little more coal. Oh, look, coal. A little more coal. And a few more pieces. Nice. And then we begin working on our mine. It's time to start digging. Yikes. But you see, it wasn't long before we struck a little bit of a problem. Turns out the locals don't really like you digging into their cave system. Come on. Oh, hello, Mr. Enderman. What are you doing? Now, no need to get angry. Calm down. Quiet, you. Quiet. Stop yelling.
Oh, I made him mad.
Shut up. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, I found myself a cave system. What we're actually looking for is lapis, because we need the lapis so that we can make blue dye. Because as you can see, most of C4's Minecraft skin is blue. Ooh, I found myself a mine shaft. I'm gonna need these tracks as well for something later. But more on that, well, later. Let's go exploring. We're going to collect more of these. Wow, this is a big mine shaft. I'm so going to get lost down here. Oh, hang on, I heard something. Scary. And now I continue digging all the way to the bottom of the earth. Oh, look what I found. Diamonds. Problem is, I don't have any iron. Oh, hang on, maybe I do. Let's just build a furnace. And now we wait. I need those diamonds. How you going? Have you subscribed? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hello? Guys, anybody there? Subscribe button. Subscribe or I won't be able to get these diamonds. Like all good Minecraft playthroughs, we do some mining. And 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 mining. And mining. Eventually, I give up and go back to the surface. Oi, skeleton, get out of the way. The quest for lapis was not going well, so I recruited a little bit of help from my community. I sent out a message and Pixel decided to join me. But something seemed a little off. That's just gonna be confusing. Wait a minute. What the? Hang on a second. I feel like I'm being watched. With my newfound twin, we headed back into the mines. It's time to do more digging. We both split up and went looking for lapis in opposite directions. It's time to do digging. Eventually, we gave up trying to dig in this area, decided to go looking somewhere else. We need to find some caves. I think I found a cave. Oh, a nice looking cave. I continued searching through the deep cave. Surely we're going to find lapis down here. Until the Minecraft gods were looking upon me. Ooh, lapis. I found some lapis. It wasn't long after that we started finding lapis everywhere. We should have just started here in the first place. Back at camp, we checked on our lapis supply. It turns out we've got plenty. Next, I'm going to need some sand. Lots of sand. Because we need to make concrete. Thankfully, there's a desert like right next to us. Let's dig some sand. Sand digging montage. I spent the entire day digging sand and being interrupted by zombies. Go away. There's creepers and zombies everywhere. The other ingredients that we need for concrete, of course, is gravel. So, headed to the bottom of the river, where it turns out there's plenty of gravel. We just need some doors, and we can get plenty of gravel. With all the ingredients collected, we can now finally make ourselves some blue concrete. Hang on a second. That goes there. There we go. Hang on, we're going to make some light blue. Oh, hang on. All right, that goes there to make some blue dye. And we're also going to make some light blue dye. And there we go, we got some concrete powder. It seems while we were working on our secret project that we had our first visitor. Cool Girl Cool decided to investigate. Did she know what we were up to? Was she going to tell 4C of our plan? Was Pixel going to give it away? No, we're not building a statue of Pinky. We may have to dispose of her. Nah, just joking. Our next task was to convert all the concrete powder to concrete. This is a fun task. You build up, you jump down, you dig a lot. You build up, you jump down, you mine a lot. And now we build. With everything done, it was finally time to find a suitable location for our build. Somewhere big and flat. Maybe we should clear this area out here. We can just mine some of this. Yeah, let's do that. It is now finally time to start placing our blocks. Figure out exactly how big this head is going to be. 12, 13, 14, 15. One more. 16. 16. That seems like a good size number. So looking at the design of 4C's Minecraft skin, we can see that there is an outer light blue line. So we're going to do that first. I think what I'll do is I'll make this 2 blocks high. And then the inner side, of course, will be a darker blue. Now all we're going to do is build up. Oh, hang on. I've run out of blocks. So it's back to building up, jumping down, and doing more mining. We continued building the outer shell of the skin, and then I realized something stupid. I'd built myself all the way up here with no way of getting down. There we go. And there we go. We finally got the outline of the skin. I think that's a good size. Now, we need blue concrete. Let's just build some of that. We can fill in all the gaps with the blue concrete powder. And now that that's all done, we can just pour water over the top and everything will go solid. Nice and easy. We now got one side done. 3 more to go. The rest of the evening was spent making dye, making concrete, placing concrete, and placing water until finally we had completed all 4 sides of the head.
I'm only 30% through this.
Can we just take a moment to recognize that was my first ever successful water bucket clutch? I'm very proud of myself. With all the sides done, it was now time to go and get some more concrete. This concrete, unfortunately, we're going to have to mine first because I'm doing the roof. Or because concrete powder just doesn't stay in the same place. So let's just mine some of this first. Mining away. I'm digging the concrete away. I'm digging concrete, the concrete is digging. Am I digging the concrete, or is the concrete digging me? Get it? Okay, nice and easy. All we gotta do is fill in the roof. Shouldn't take long. Roof filling montage. And like that, the roof is done. And of course, we cannot forget adding in 4C's face. We're gonna need some black concrete to do the mouth of the head. But first, we're gonna need some ink sacs. So let's kill some squids. A little bit of black concrete for the eyes. Block goes there, block goes there. And of course the mouth. Oh, hang on, we're going to do the other eye. And a nice mouth. Oh, hang on, that one needs water. A little bit of water there, and we are done. Look at that. Perfect. 4C's face is already finished. Except for the goggles. It's the next morning, and it's time to start working on the details of the head. So we're going to build up. I like to use sand. A lot of people use scaffolding, but I just find sand really easy to build with. So the goggles should start about here. I think that's right. And we need some glass. Glass goes there, and some concrete goes on top. While we're at it, we're also going to need some more of that concrete. I'm going to make the band around his head. So let's do some more grinding for concrete. Dig, dig, dig. I'm digging the concrete again. So much digging of concrete. I don't think I want to see concrete again. And let's just do a little check and see if it works out right. I think I've got everything in the right spot. Perfect. Looks like goggles to me. What do you guys reckon? For the inside, I decided to decorate it with a checkerboard pattern to match the rest of the build. I've changed my mind. The head is good, but I want it to be grand. I want it to stand out amongst the biome. So, we're going to build a platform around it. Something that says, hey, look at this head. Isn't it awesome? I think the best thing to do is to create a stone platform around the entire head. So, what we're going to do is we're going to extend the area around here. So we're going to have to dig out some of this. And then I'm going to use some of the deep cobblestone to create a nice floor texture. I think it is a nice contrast to the bright blue of the head. There we go. We should probably put some torches down. Oh God, we're still being invaded. Go away. Then I thought about it. And I thought, you know what? We need to expand this even more. So I'm going to build a second level below. We're going to put in some steps as well. And then that way we have like this grand entrance to the giant 4C head. But first, we're going to finish building this bottom platform. I'm going to have to clear out all this as well. And since we do have the bottom platform, I'm going to extend the top platform out a little more. So it's a little more grand. And then that way we can build the stairs down to below. But first, I've run out of deep slate. Time to go and do some mining. What? You think I was going to show you another montage? I think we've had enough montages for a while, don't you? I finish off the top platform. I'm going to put a little bit of a wall around the edges in both corners. Just like this. Yeah, nice. Also, I think what I'll do is I'll build some giant torches. Like beacons that light up the area. What I'm going to do is we will put a block in the center. And then we'll put steps on the side. We will put some wall pieces here. And a campfire can go in the middle. There we go. Now it's time to build some steps. So we're just going to put some blocks here. And then I thought to top it off, I would create a waterfall that flows down the steps. So we're going to use some wall pieces. And we're going to place those down here. And we're going to fill it all with water. And we have ourselves a nice little waterfall in the center of the steps. Very nice looking. But it's still not enough. I did take some time to go and collect some food. I was getting hungry. And it seems as if Baby Drowned was also hungry. Hungry for my flesh. Oh my God. Get away from me. Oh, crazy little creature. Look out. Go away. That was close. Okay, back to work. I decided I wanted to add some color to our courtyard. So I'm going to plant some trees here. The problem was when I first planted an oak tree, the tree looked, well, dead. It looked awful. Not exactly what I was hoping for. So we're going to cut this tree down. We're going to put a different tree here. But first, I've got to go and get it. So I wandered off and went looking for a cherry biome. Thankfully, close by, I managed to find some cherry trees and gathered what I needed. This will look much better. All right, so let's plant that here. And there we go. We got ourselves a... Oh. Well, that kind of got out of control and didn't really grow where I wanted to. We might cut this down and try again. Let's try this again. And look at that. That is beautiful. Very nice. Much better. I think it also needs some lanterns. There we go. Now the entrance looks really nice. But we're not entirely finished. I want to create more of these giant beacons at the front. So we're just going to place those on each side. And now the outside of our building is finally finished. Next, we start working on the mystery inside. Before I begin working on the secret project, I decided to go and do some more mining. And by mining, I mean an actual mine shaft, because I'm looking for more rails. By now, you probably have figured out exactly why I need them. And if you haven't, well, they're for the secret project. I'm also going to find as much gold as I can possibly find. I'm going to need it to make powered rails for the secret project. You know, that project? The secret one? Okay, I think we've got enough. Back at the surface, I'm going to use all the gold and I'm going to make myself some powered rails. By now, you've probably figured out that the secret project is a roller coaster. That's right, I'm going to build a roller coaster inside the giant head. The plan is to use as much space as I possibly can of the interior. We're going to build up and have the roller coaster go up around the top of the head and then come back down again. So let's put some stones here, and then we're going to put some powered rails in here. And then what we'll do is we'll turn the corner, we'll go straight, and then we'll start heading up again, higher to the ceiling. We're also going to need some redstone torches to power the rails. There we go. Nice. We're almost at the top. Right, now we'll go around the corner. Then I think what we'll do is we'll make the roller coaster drop back down again. Make that nice and steep, and then it can level out. Let's put some tracks in. There we go. Oh, hang on. We missed a block. All right. We'll follow the wall around, and then we can go all the way back up to the top again. We just got to put in some more rails. And of course, it is always important just to test out the roller coaster. Oi, come back here. You went out. Took off without me. Okay, well, there's a bit of a problem. We're going to need some powered rails there. But amazingly, I ran out of tracks. So it's back into the mine shafts once again to go and see if I can find some more rail tracks. Turns out there are still plenty lying around. Finally, I'm going to be able to finish the track. Okay, let's try out the whole roller coaster. Down here, up to the top again, all the way around. Down we go, down again. Back up. Oh, no, hang on, we're not going to make it. Okay, we need some rails there. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put a starting point here. We'll put a little bit of a raised section, put some steps in, put the tracks back on. We're also going to put in some nice entrance gates. And now we should have a completely working roller coaster. The next thing I think we need to do is we need to light this place up a little bit. So I'm going to put torches all the way around the top. That way there's plenty of light. And then hopefully we don't have any mobs spawning inside the head, because that could be disastrous. So I had this idea. I thought about replacing all of the stone blocks with glass blocks. And so I went about doing that. And that is when I realized the problem. Redstone torches do not work through glass blocks. Thankfully, I hadn't done much replacing of the blocks, and I was able to revert it back to its original form. Turns out you learn something new every day. And then there's some final touches that need to be done. I'm going to put a sign here that tells people to return the cart back into the chest when they've finished their ride. Do you think people return the cart? Never. This is why we can't have nice things, people. And a chest down here, which we'll put the cart in for people to use. The final touch to our build is a nice sign that thanks C4 for all the wonderful content and explains that there's a little bit of a surprise inside. And there we go, guys. The build is completely finished. There's only one thing left to do, and that is for C4 to see the build. And that is when something really exciting happened. 4C managed to hit 2,000 subscribers during his Subathon. To celebrate, we all gathered at spawn to take a photo. And as C4 wandered across the map, checking out all the wonderful builds, he came across my temple.
Thank you for all the content. Please return carts. Someone made a roller coaster? Oh my gosh. Wait, this is so cool.
My mission was a success. I had surprised him with a roller coaster and had had a huge amount of fun working on this project. And if you're wondering if I managed to complete this task in less than 50 hours, because of all the donations to the Subathon, he was now at 150 hours. And the big question is, who will be my next target? Well, Lagundo starts his Subathon tomorrow. Until next time, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, if you did enjoy this video, why not check out one of the previous videos? For example, this one, where I planted 100,000 carrots on a streamer's SMP.